The automotive world has always held a special fascination for muscle car enthusiasts, and when a name like Plymouth GTX re-enters the conversation in 2026, it carries with it decades of history, legacy, and emotional attachment. The Plymouth GTX, once dubbed the gentleman's muscle car, has been revived for the modern era, blending iconic styling cues from its past with cutting-edge technology and engineering that fit perfectly into the expectations of today's performance market. In this review, we are going to dive deep into the 2026 Plymouth GTX, exploring its interior design, its bold and aggressive exterior, the sheer performance that defines it, and of course the pricing that makes it a serious contender in the muscle car revival era. So let's get into the story of this reborn legend. The first thing that captures your attention is the exterior, because Plymouth has managed to pay homage to the golden era of American muscle while still bringing the GTX into the future. The car has a wide, planted stance that immediately commands respect on the road. Up front, the grille is an aggressive reinterpretation of the classic split design, with modern LED headlights seamlessly integrated. The LED running lights feature a signature pattern that makes the car instantly recognizable, day or night. The hood bulge is not just a styling element but a functional air intake system feeding the high-performance engine underneath. Sculpted lines run across the body with muscular wheel arches that house massive 20 and 21-inch wheels depending on trim. The rear design is perhaps the most nostalgic feature, with quad taillights inspired by the late 60s GTX models, reimagined with modern OLED technology. A subtle yet purposeful spoiler extends from the trunk lid, while the dual exhaust tips remind you that this is still very much a performance car at its heart. Buyers can choose from an array of retro-inspired colors like plum crazy purple, Hemi orange, and classic black, alongside futuristic metallics like liquid silver and galaxy blue. The exterior truly bridges the gap between heritage and modern performance aesthetics. Step inside, and the Plymouth GTX surprises you even more. While the exterior evokes nostalgia, the interior is a showcase of modern luxury and technology, fused with muscle car DNA. As soon as you open the door, you're greeted with premium leather upholstery accented by Alcantara and carbon fiber trim. The designers have made sure that every touchpoint feels upscale, from the soft touch dash to the sculpted sports seats that not only look aggressive but also provide excellent lateral support during spirited driving. The driver's cockpit is oriented fully towards performance, with a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster that can be customized to show everything from traditional speed and tachometer gauges to advanced performance telemetry like G-force readings, lap timers, and boost pressure for the turbocharged variant. At the center, a 14-inch infotainment touchscreen sits seamlessly integrated, powered by the latest Uconnect system, offering wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, real-time navigation, and even over-the-air updates. One of the most exciting features inside the GTX is the fusion of analog and digital. While modern screens dominate, Plymouth retained retro toggle switches and rotary knobs for essential functions like drive modes, suspension settings, and exhaust sound control. This creates a tactile connection that so many enthusiasts crave in a muscle car, where pushing a button or flipping a switch feels more rewarding than navigating endless menus. The rear seats are surprisingly usable compared to many coupes in the market, offering enough legroom for shorter trips with friends or family. The trunk space is generous, making the GTX not just a weekend toy but a potential daily driver. Premium sound comes from a Harman Kardon audio system with 16 speakers, but to be honest, most drivers will prefer the symphony of the exhaust over any playlist. Performance, of course, is where the GTX truly shines. Plymouth has revived the muscle car spirit but adapted it for the 21st century. The base model comes with a twin turbocharged V6 producing around 450 horsepower, designed to offer strong performance with better fuel efficiency. But the real magic happens when you step up to the V8 models. The 6.2-liter supercharged Hemi V8 returns, producing 720 horsepower and 680 pound-feet of torque, catapulting the GTX from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.2 seconds. For those who crave even more, the GTX Hellfire Edition pushes the envelope further with a mind-bending 850 horsepower, rivaling the likes of the Dodge Challenger SRT Demon and even challenging some European supercars. Power is delivered through either a 6-speed manual transmission for purists or a lightning-fast 8-speed automatic with paddle shifters for those who demand efficiency and control. Handling has always been a criticism of classic muscle cars, but Plymouth has worked hard to address this in the modern GTX. The car sits on a new performance chassis with adaptive suspension that can switch from comfortable cruising to track-ready stiffness at the touch of a button. Brembo performance brakes with 6-piston calipers ensure stopping power matches the incredible acceleration, while an advanced traction control system allows drivers to unleash power confidently without losing control. For the first time, the GTX also offers an optional all-wheel drive system, making it more usable in different climates and road conditions, while the traditional rear-wheel drive setup remains available for purists who love the raw experience. Driving the GTX is an experience that blends nostalgia with adrenaline. The steering is sharp and responsive, with excellent feedback that connects you directly to the road. Acceleration pushes you deep into the seat, and the exhaust note is nothing short of intoxicating, especially in sport or track mode where the valves open up to unleash the full roar of the Hemi. Plymouth has even engineered different exhaust tones depending on the drive mode, so you can cruise quietly in comfort mode or announce your presence with authority when in full performance settings. On the highway, the GTX remains composed, offering a smooth ride thanks to adaptive dampers and excellent sound insulation. It is equally at home on a racetrack as it is on a long cross-country road trip, which is a testament to its versatility. Technology and safety are also major selling points for the 2026 GTX. The car comes standard with adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, automatic emergency braking, and even semi-autonomous driving features for highway cruising. The head-up display projects vital information directly onto the windshield, ensuring the driver keeps their eyes on the road. Night vision assist and 360-degree cameras further enhance confidence whether driving in the city or pushing limits on backroads. Despite being a performance machine, the GTX doesn't compromise on modern safety and convenience. Now let's talk pricing, because this is where Plymouth is aiming to disrupt the segment. The base V6 model starts at around $52,000, making it accessible to a wider audience who want the GTX style and heritage without the full performance price tag. The V8 supercharged model sits at approximately $74,000, offering tremendous value for the performance it delivers. The Hellfire Edition, with its 850 horsepower, comes in at $95,000, undercutting many European rivals that offer similar performance but at nearly double the cost. Add in the customization options with paint, interiors, and performance packages, and you could spec your GTX well past $110,000, but even then, it remains a relative bargain in the world of high-performance cars. What makes the 2026 Plymouth GTX so special is not just its numbers, its design, or its price, but the way it captures the spirit of the muscle car era while adapting it for a new generation. It offers everyday usability with rear seats and decent storage, modern technology that rivals luxury sedans, and performance figures that embarrass sports cars costing twice as much. It is more than just a car, it is a statement that American muscle can evolve and thrive in a modern world dominated by electrification and efficiency. Speaking of electrification, Plymouth has also announced that a plug-in hybrid version of the GTX is in the works, combining a smaller V6 with electric motors to deliver over 600 horsepower with improved efficiency, ensuring that the GTX remains relevant as regulations and customer demands shift. The revival of the Plymouth GTX is not just about nostalgia, it's about proving that muscle cars still have a place in the modern performance landscape. It shows that heritage can be respected while embracing the future, and that passion for driving can coexist with technology and comfort. Whether you are a longtime fan of the GTX nameplate or someone new discovering it for the first time, the 2026 model offers something truly special. It is powerful, stylish, advanced, and surprisingly practical, a combination that ensures the legend of the GTX will live on for years to come. So when you see the 2026 Plymouth GTX out on the streets, you're not just looking at a car, you're witnessing the rebirth of an icon, a machine that bridges generations, and a symbol of what American performance still stands for in a rapidly changing world.